Hello, mateys. Malcolm here. How are you all doing today? I trust you're all doing well. You're blessed in that you're smiling or something. I don't know. I really don't care because I'm smiling. That's really all that matters, really. But anyway, no. I would like to talk today about how people um, sabotage themselves and actually set themselves up for failure in the society we live in. Now, normally failures are not a bad thing at all. They're in fact essential. They are learning experiences. They are what propels us to success. You can't have success without a failure. You can't do it without mistakes and so on. To learn, you must go through failure and mistakes, and even sometimes, devastating things and pain as well. Pardon me, I will be smoking a fag in this video. If you don't like smokers, it shouldn't bother you because I'm over here and you can't personally get smoke through the monitor. And if you can, you should market it. So anyway, setting yourself up for failure, very easy to do. This society that we live in today, from kids of say, no, it really doesn't matter, because if they're too young, the parents do it for them. All right, and this is how you do it. When you're worrying about what brand names you're wearing, Hollister, Abercrombie, Christian Dior, Armani, Liz Claiborne, whatever, whoever, whatever, Prada, Bebe, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're concerned about that, if your concern is BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Lexus, Cadillac, so on and so forth, if you're worrying about where you're going out to eat, where you're seen with your friends and family, what kind of vacations you go on, how much money is spent, how much a bottle of wine costs, how much a beer costs, if you're concerned with all those things to the level of, not that I don't want to spend that much, but I do want to spend that much, you are setting yourself up for failure, because that goes against every principle that the human body and mind is wired for. You don't believe me? Well, it's true. We are designed for success, and by going through failures and so on and so forth. But we are not designed for caste system. And that's what we're doing. We're setting up a caste system. All right. And that's why there's classes: lower class, middle class, higher middle class, low middle class, upper class, too fucking rich. Right? That is why. Because people like that. We seem to think that to live life successfully, we must get a job that pays X amount of money. This is why everything is so expensive, because people have sabotaged themselves for generations, causing things to go up in price because people were more and more concerned with having more money. So now to get these certain things that really shouldn't cost as much as they do, because quite frankly, a pair of pants at a Walmart or a Target or a Kmart or some other lower brand, lower tier store costs just as much to make as an Armani pair of jeans. It's still denim. There's no high quality denim. Like, it's not like this denim comes from the animal of the rhinoceros or something. It's denim. It's created the same way, and it could, quite honestly, Armani could be producing their clothing more at a cheaper level, of course, because you find out a lot of times that these companies are the ones with sweatshops more often than not. Not to say Walmart isn't, but Walmart isn't charging like 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 100 times the cost um, for a pair of jeans. I can get a pair of jeans $14 to $20 at Walmart. You go buy a pair of Armani jeans and you're in the hundreds. a t-shirt. I've seen an Armani t-shirt, which is no different from any other t-shirt, $60 and up. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. If you're buying this, to me, it's a billboard saying, yes, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. And you're teaching your generations, your children and their children's children, and those around you's children, and so on, that you don't have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to surpass them. The Joneses have gone broke. Okay, the Joneses have not. You don't hear about keeping up with the Joneses no more, because the Joneses have gone broke. Based on society standards, I suppose we're up there with some kind of high class name like Winchester, or some kind of higher names. You know what I mean? Anyway, this set you up for failure because you're doing things that aren't human. Well, no, actually you are. But the people you want to pay attention to are those who remove themselves from that and surpass the act of being a human. You don't want a person who acts like a person. You want a person who acts beyond human. And when you go beyond human, you're talking about a spiritual realm. Now, obviously, we're not talking about dead people here. By all means, you could go to cemeteries and talk to the dearly departed. You can talk to them anywhere you want. But what I'm talking about is people who remove themselves from the rat race, so to speak, and don't necessarily worry about all those things. They go to a level of spirituality where you emulate Jesus Christ, if you will, for the lack of another example. You carry yourself with a level of class that's not measurable by the standards of today. You are kind to all that you encounter. You see beauty in all you encounter, everything you encounter. You promote that sort of thing. You promote happiness. You promote kindness. You promote love, positive thinking, positive energy, inspiration, aspirations, gratitude, respect. All the things that Jesus Christ was. Now, I'm not using him as this is like a religious video, but everyone can pretty much knows who Jesus Christ is. So to say, be like Jesus, that's exactly what you got to do in life. And in that aspect, you're taking on more spiritual role, because Jesus Christ wasn't your standard everyday person while he was on this earth. He wasn't the standard, all right? Even then, he was more than a human. He was in line with the spiritual realm where energy manifests, and auras and all that supernatural stuff, if you will, culminates, and it actually causes miracles, causes supernatural changes, and healings, and all sorts of things. It causes awakenings, if you will, epiphanies, moments of clarity. Everything that is good in life, you will see differently. Trees, everything just transform before your eyes, and the beauty that is life, the essence of life, is it's actually beauty. The essence of life is beauty. You should be able to look at anything and find beauty in it. Anything, and find beauty in it, and find good things about it. Anything. You should be able to do that naturally without putting much thought into it. You should be able to just go someplace, look, boom, it's there. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the sky, beautiful. Trees, beautiful. Look at the birds, wherever you are, whatever you're looking at, you should see some form of, you look at a laptop, you notice that it took a lot of work at one point, someone's mind, to create this device, to be able to talk into this camera right here, record myself, and upload it to another website, which is nowhere near me, for millions of people worldwide to be able to see. That's amazing. That is beautiful. That's something people take for granted. It's just a computer. That's all. It's just a computer. You should be able to see so much more when you look at things than just what's on the surface. And unfortunately, by today's standards, we are living by what is on the surface. Meaning, if my shirt did not come from some name brand store, I'm less of a person. If my jewelry is not true gold or silver, or if it's some kind of pendant like this, it's not anything, you know. If I don't go to a store to get my hair cut, you know, and spend $60 when a barber down the street could do it for 10, or I could do it for free myself. All those little things that work against you in society, and it shouldn't be that way at all. It should never be that way. But that is how the society works, and that is how you set yourself up for failure, because you will never, ever, ever meet the criteria. Because when this comes out, here's an example: Betamax. Everyone remembers that unless it's before your time. That ties in with VCRs, another thing that might be before your time, depending on how old you are. But nonetheless, Betamax came out, and it was the quintessential piece of technology to watch movies on television. You could rent blockbuster films, movies, and watch them in your personal home, right on your television. And you can get a video recorder for the Betamax tape that it just went right in there, and you could make home movies like nothing and pop it in and play. No more reel to reel, no more of that nonsense. And within months, it was replaced by a VCR. And all those people who was in the cutting edge of technology bought that Betamax, had to upgrade to the VCR. The VCRs became big, and what happened? DVDs came out. Boom! So the VCR is distinct, and the CD, the DVD players came out, and boom, Blu-ray comes out. Boom, knocks it out. I've actually forgot Laserdisc was down in there also. But it never really took off quite as much, so it's really irrelevant. But you see what I'm saying? So when you go out and you buy the latest Louis Vuitton, latest Prada, latest Armani, latest whatever, right after you buy it, there's a new version right out. Look at the iPhone. Comes out, iPhone 5. Before everyone who wants the iPhone 5 can get it, iPhone 6. That's life. And that's how you set yourself up for failure, because you can never win the rat race. It's an ongoing thing. You'll never keep up with whoever's up here, the Winchesters or whatever. You'll never be top tier, ever. Ever. Unless you're someone like socialite Kim Kardashian, who has access to everything and anything she wants because she has that much money. So for the average person, or even a slightly above average person financially, it is impossible to keep up with the standards of society. And that, my friends, is one to grow on. So I know this video ran a bit long, but I hope you understand what I'm saying, and I hope it brings you some kind of clarity. If you are living a life of materialism, you're living your life wrong. And I'm sorry, but that's my opinion, but I believe it's also fact. If you're living your life in a material world, in a superficial world, you're setting yourself up for disappointment, pain, hurt, all the things necessary for success without the perks of succeeding. Because in the material world, there is no true success. Only in a life form, humanity, there's success. You could be a successful human being by being all those things that the material world isn't. And that's what I got to say about that. If you're living in the material world and you disagree with me, 2 fingers for you, fuck off to the rest, flip it over. Peace be with you. Much love from Malcolm, the British Big Mouth. And I'll be talking to you soon. Hello, MK.